pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Mayor Gerardo Anaya,
Present.
Vice Mayor Jesus Roldan,
Present.
Councilmember Luis Galindo,
Present.
Member Miguel Villalpando,
Present.
Councilmember Juan Castillo,
Present.
Member Marta Gonzalez,
Present.
Councilmember Lorena Delgadillo.
Present.
Mayor, you have a quorum.
Thank you. Before going to call to the public, I'd like to welcome former mayors Agustin Tumbaga and Jose Yepes. Welcome. And we're gonna move on to call to the public. There's no one. We have two proclamations, Red Ribbon Week, October 23rd to the 31st.
Whereas alcohol and drug abuse in this nation have reached epidemic stages, and whereas it is imperative that visible, unified prevention education efforts by community members be launched to eliminate the demand for drugs, and whereas the National Red Ribbon Campaign offers citizens the opportunity to demonstrate their commitment to drug-free lifestyles, no use of illegal drugs, no illegal use of legal drugs, and whereas the National Red Ribbon Campaign will be celebrated in communities in America during Red Ribbon Week, October 23rd to the 31st. And whereas business, government, parents, law enforcement, and media, medical institutions, religious institutions, schools, senior citizens, service organizations, and youth will demonstrate their commitment to healthy, drug-free lifestyles by wearing and displaying red ribbons during the week-long campaign. And whereas the city of Somerton recognizes the efforts of the Somerton School District in bringing drug awareness to our students. Whereas the city of Somerton remains committed to the success of the Red Ribbon Campaign. Now, therefore, I, Gerardo Anaya, Mayor of the city of Somerton, do hereby proclaim October 23rd to the 31st, 2023, as Red Ribbon Week and encourage citizens to participate in drug prevention education activities, not only during Red Ribbon Week, but all year long, joining the Yuma County Anti-Drug Coalition and the rest of the state and nation, making a visible statement that we are strongly committed to a drug-free America.
We have Dr. Knoll from Somerton School District, Superintendent. We're gonna come forward and we'll take a picture of us.
Ready or? Thank you.
Take it back down.
The second proclamation is Cities and Towns Week.
Whereas the citizens of Somerton rely on the city of Somerton to experience a high quality of life in our community. And whereas cities and towns in Arizona work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to deliver vital city services such as fire, police, and emergency medical response to ensure safe communities. And whereas cities and towns in Arizona also provide services and programs that enhance the quality of life for residents such as parks, utilities, street maintenance, sanitation, and recycling services, senior nutrition programs, community centers, and recreational programs. And whereas it is important for the city of Somerton to continue to provide the excellent delivery of services and programs that our citizens have come to expect in our community. And whereas it is one of the responsibilities of the city of Somerton officials to ensure open and accessible government through frequent communication with citizens using various avenues and means. And whereas through participation and cooperation, citizens, community leaders, local businesses, and municipal staff can work together to ensure that services provided by the city of Somerton can remain exceptional elements of the quality of life of our community. Now therefore be it proclaimed that I, Gerardo Anaya, Mayor of the City of Somerton, joins with the League of Arizona Cities and Towns and fellow municipalities across the state of Arizona in declaring October 15th to the 21st, 2023 as Arizona Cities and Towns Week.
I'd like to invite city staff to come forward and take a picture with our proclamation.
One of you. You want Mayor up on top? What did I say? Just Carmen and the Mayor. I think, yeah, everybody trying to see. I don't know. The back? See? Might be, the mayor, yeah. We wouldn't hide it.
No se mira Galindo. Sí, sí, ándale, you part of it. No, no hiding. Esa Vanessa hasta se rió, mira, Vanessa. Se rió. No me vas a quebrar, Jorge, por favor.
¿Por qué se apagó el screen, Vanessa?
You broke it, did it?
One, two, three.
Like you shoot into the roof. He went to the ground, but llama lazo.
Then we move on to consent agenda. We have one item, approval of an Arizona liquor license for Violent Moonlight event on behalf of Pueblo Housing, November 17th, 2023 at Hacienda La Victoria. Does any member of council want to remove the item from consent agenda? Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
A motion by Vice Mayor Roldan. Second by Councilman Castillo. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. There's two presentations. The first one is presentation on signing of sister city agreement with Rosario, Tesopaco, Sonora, Mexico.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Jasmine Zamudio, Economic Development Director, and I'm here to present to you a video from Rosario, Tesopaco, sent to us directly from Presidente Gerardo Mendivel Valenzuela. Ajá.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Los saluda con afecto su amigo Gerardo Mendívil Valenzuela, alcalde del municipio de Rosario. Queremos en este video mostrarles un poco de la grandeza que tenemos dentro de nuestro municipio. En este video podrán ver el tema gastronómico que tenemos aquí dentro de nuestro municipio y varios productos que se producen aquí. Y también podremos observar en este video pues temas de cultura, que tenemos nuestras raíces, nuestras costumbres dentro de nuestro municipio. Y también quiero invitarlos a nuestro municipio a que conozcan de nuestras raíces, nuestras costumbres. También tenemos ya próximamente en el mes de marzo el Festival del Bacanora Fest en su 5ª edición, el cual le ha ido retomando cada vez más fuerza por los temas culturales que en este festival se muestran, tanto bailables populares, culturales. Es un ambiente totalmente familiar, es un ambiente donde niños, jóvenes y adultos lo pueden disfrutar, el cual queremos hacerle hincapié en la invitación. Lo tenemos en el mes de marzo y queremos invitarlos a que conozcan la grandeza de nuestro municipio, el municipio de Rosario, el cual me digno en representar en este momento, y me gustaría mucho que nos visitaran y se dieran cuenta de todas las grandezas que tenemos por este municipio.
Voy a cantarle a mi tierra con orgullo y devoción las notas que guardo enteras dentro de mi corazón. Rosario, mi pueblo, tú eres el remanso de mi amor, donde tienen tus mujeres la fragancia de una flor, como el de la novia mía, llevas tu nombre por bien, como a la Virgen María se te llama a ti también. De Sonora eres Rosario, con perlitas de pasión, de mi alma relicario, eres puro corazón.
Saludos para mi tierra Rosario, Tesopaco, gente de puro corazón.
Tus hombres son cumplidores y si saben responder, cuando ellos tratan de amores al lado de una mujer, y tus rincones de ensueño me recuerdan la ilusión que tuve yo al ser tu dueño y entregarte mi pasión. Recuerdo tu campanario que echa al vuelo mi oración, y yo te saludo, Rosario, al compás de esta canción. De Sonora eres Rosario, con perlitas de pasión, de mi alma relicario, eres puro corazón. Tus gentes son como el viento, libres con justa razón, porque tienen sentimientos y te dan el corazón. A la meritita sierra eres puerta principal, por la riqueza que encierras del estado eres puta. Voy a cantarle a mi tierra con orgullo y devoción las notas que guardo enteras dentro de mi corazón. Rosario, mi pueblo, tú eres el remanso de mi amor, donde tienen tus mujeres la fragancia de una flor, como el de la novia mía, llevas tu nombre por bien, como a la Virgen María se te llama a ti también. De Sonora eres Rosario, con perlitas de pasión, de mi alma relicario, eres puro corazón.
Saludos para mi tierra Rosario, Tesopaco, gente de puro corazón.
Tus hombres son cumplidores y si saben responder cuando ellos tratan de amores al lado de una mujer. Y tus rincones de ensueño me recuerdan la ilusión que tuve yo al ser tu dueño y entregarte mi pasión. Recuerdo tu campanario que echa al vuelo mi oración. Y yo te saludo, Rosario, al compás de esta canción. De Sonora eres Rosario, con perlitas de pasión, de mi alma relicario, eres puro corazón. Tus gentes son como el viento, libres con justa razón, porque tienen sentimientos y te dan el corazón. A la meritita sierra eres puerta principal, por la riqueza que encierras del estado eres portal. Ya me voy, ya me despido, ahí les dejo mi canción. Tesopaco, no te olvido, te llevo en el corazón.
Yes, so the mayor personally invited you, mayor and council, to visit him in Rosario, Tesopaco in this March for the Bacanora Fest. He sends his gratitude to mayor and council for inviting him over this weekend for the UTV event. He loved the city. He loved meeting Mayor Anaya's family and getting to know every mayor and council that he met. He sends his regards and he says he can't wait for you guys to visit him in his town. Something similar that we share with our sister city is our desire for community and our love for events. They also hold a lot of events and they take pride in their city as well. I think we have a good sister city and I'm very pleased with them as well. Any questions?
I just want to add, yeah, the big thing was the events that we have, and that's when the consulate of Sonora was looking at pairing cities from Arizona to Sonora, and we're similar size, and they're big on events, or they're growing their events, and a lot of our events are more seasoned, so that's something that we can interchange. And I think their Bacanora Fest is their third year they're gonna have it, or their fifth year, yeah. So, you know, and every year it's growing, so that's something that we can collaborate and exchange ideas. But yeah, they came to this UTV festival last week, and we told them this is and at first it was hot, but then a lot of people came, and it was really good. And I said, yeah, there's other events that are twice as big, so yeah, they were impressed.
How far is it from here? They said they drove close to 13 hours. And they were stuck in Nogales for about 4 hours because for immigration.
Yeah, and the way back, he said it was 9 hours, but I checked Google Maps, it's 11. So if I go, I'll fly.
If they're going to speed limit, Mayor, and just if I may, to answer the councilman's question, when I spoke to the mayor, he said that they're about an hour away from Obregón, south. So that I was trying to get our bearings of what they were, or either north or south. Northeast, yeah, right. Yeah. So that's kind of where they're in the region, high desert. They still have our weather, but of course the winter is a little bit different, a little bit cooler and colder.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We have a second presentation. Is a first quarter report for ambulance billing.
Good evening, council. I'm sorry. Good evening, Mayor and City Council. Javier Hernandez, Fire Chief for Somerton Cocoa Fire Department, and Yadej Sanchez for Building Specialist for the Somerton Cocoa Fire Department. We're going to be doing a presentation for the first quarter. Just a little bit of the update. We went into live on September 1st for the image train billing, and that's going to be where Yadej is doing most of her billing. We had another software before, but now we're consolidating fire reporting, EMS reporting, and now the billing. So it's going to make it easier for Yadej to do the billing. And I'm so happy that we were able to hire Yadej. She has done an amazing job with the billing. She did it for herself from the ground up with, you know, doing some research on her own and also networking with the city of San Luis and some other departments that do their own billing. So I think she's done an amazing job, and I'm glad that she's with us, and she'll be presenting the numbers for tonight.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. As Chief Hernandez said, my name is Yadej Sanchez. I am the full-time billing specialist. I have been billing with the city of Somerton for a little over a year now. So I'd like to present to you guys tonight our first quarter report for this current fiscal year. So from July 1st, 2023 to September 30th, 2023, we've had a total of 394 ambulance calls come in. 57 of those were unbillable, which means that they were either transported by one of our neighboring companies, services, like, for example, Metro PCS or San Luis Fire Department, or they signed a waiver stating that they would not like to be transported to the hospital. 337 of those were billable calls, which means they were transported to the hospital, and a bill was either sent to the patient or directly to their insurances. Our accounts receivable for quarter one, we went ahead and billed out 337 invoices, of which generated a gross revenue of $470,983.94, of which $76,596.34 has already been received. $61,456.61 is insurance adjustments, and those are negotiated terms between the state and the different insurance companies. We have no say over what they pay us, but we have a say over what they charge it, what we charge them. And so far, we have an open amount as of the 1st of October of 332,930 with 99 cents. Cash receipting is a little bit different than our accounts receivable in a way that we are always receiving money from previous quarters, previous fiscal years. So the numbers in our cash receipting might be extremely higher compared to what we're billing out, or sometimes it might be lower depending on what the cash flow was during that time period. So for the first quarter from July 1st to September 30th, we received a cash flow of 216,214 with 80 cents, of which 139,618 with 46 cents pertains to the previous fiscal year, and $76,596 with 34 cents pertains to this current fiscal year. And I would just like to bring up that we are always currently receiving payments, whether it's through EFT, checks, cash, and credit card. So these numbers will go up continuously. And that is all I have for you guys tonight. Any questions?
Questions or comments? Councilwoman Delgado?
What is the percentage of, are you receiving, when you said you bill the patients, what is the percentage of receiving those funds?
Directly from self-pays?
Mhm.
I don't have that right now, but I can definitely get that information for you.
Because I know that, there could be a misconception that, the ambulance comes to my house and, I don't have to pay, or because they're going to transport me, and it could be some sort of a misconception. So I just want to know how much do you receive from those self-pays?
Yeah, I can definitely gather the information for that.
Thank you.
I do know that we recently sent a lot of our previous fiscal year patients to collections due to the same reason that maybe they weren't aware that the bill that they were receiving was a real bill from the city of Somerton. So once they were sent to collections, a lot of them have reached out, and we have come to either an agreement with the collection agency or with City of Somerton directly to go ahead and get those payments paid out. Right now, a bit of a side note is we are collecting of the claims that have been already paid to us. We are collecting at a 55%. So our reimbursement rate has increased from the previous fiscal year, and we are hoping to keep increasing that. And same with the self-pays, with the patients themselves.
But the 55% is through the insurance.
Correct.
So, thank you. Good job.
Thank you.
Other questions or comments?
Just thank you for the presentation. Both of you guys I think also open the eyes and also keep ourselves, interested in what's going on with the ambulance, the building, and all that. You seem very knowledgeable, but you're very confident in what you're doing. So I think that's why he's very confident you're doing a very good job. So thank you for the presentation. Well explained, and then the numbers there.
Thank you. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Mayor, if I may,
Yes.
I just wanted to bring up to Mayor and Council that this will be a quarterly reports, and so that we will follow up with the chief and Yaded on that question you had, Councilman Delgado, to make sure that that is part of the report when they're coming to present the council every quarter, unless we receive different direction from Mayor and Council.
Just a little clarification. I think she meant to say rural metro, not Metro PCS. It's rural metro, the other ambulance company.
Yeah, we understood.
I think that's a telephone company.
And then also, just to let you know, we're working very closely with Shona, with the finance directors, making sure that our numbers do match, so we try to have transparency from within the fire department, also within finance. So that's a team effort that we're doing. And Yade is also working right now. Fortunately, it's only her. Our part-timer left us, but we're getting it back on doing our protocols. So making sure that we have everything in books that it will explain step by step each process. So thank you.
Thank you.
Mayor, one more thing, if I may. I just wanted to point out that I have asked the chief to start looking at our ambulances and when we will be changing out those ambulances so that they start doing some projections for the mayor and council on equipment as we plan for it in the future. Our ambulances, I believe it's 3 to 5 year span. And so we want to make sure that we want to budget for that. So that's covered when that time comes for when we need a new ambulance. It'd be great if, we could always work on grants, and we definitely will, but just actually having some funds available if another ambulance will be needed when that time comes.
New business. Discussion on possible action to approve IGA with City of Somerton and Yuma County for construction of Avenue G from County 11th to 16th Street.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, Council. Charles Gutierrez, Public Works Director. Tonight, the purpose of this agreement is to provide for the design and construction of the project for the benefit of the citizens and residents of the county, the city, and the public in general. The project shall be designed by ADOT and their consultants in accordance with federal, state, and local laws and regulations. The total estimated project cost is $4,633,955. ADOT has provided $4,378,227,000 of HSIP, which is safety funding for the project. The local match is 5.7, which totals out to $255,728. The city and the county have budgeted sufficient funds for the cost required for the design of the project. The estimated ADOT Project Development Administration, PDA, design costs are estimated at $465,350. And the construction costs are estimated at $4,168,605. The local matching share between the county and the city is $204,582.40, 80%, and $145.60, which is 20% respectively. The aforementioned are estimated costs to be adjusted to actual costs following the completion of the design of the project. The county shall provide a copy of the design plan submittals to the city for review and approval. The city shall review and provide comments on the design plan submittals and approve the final project design plans. Such approval not to be unreasonably withheld. The city of Somerton's responsibility in FY '24 is $5,305 for design, and in FY '26, $45,840.60. City staff have identified funding source within the public works budget as follows. FY '24 budget engineering at $5,305. Tonight, we're asking for a motion to approve the intergovernmental agreement between the City of Somerton and Yuma County for design and construction of Avenue G from County 11th to County 16th Street.
Any questions or comments? Is there a motion? A motion by Councilwoman Gonzalez. Second by Councilwoman Delgadillo. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
That goes summer current events.
Mayor, council members, before we have department heads come up, I just wanted to announce that our community development director, Saul Labor, had a little girl this week. So Aubrey Lillian. So he'll be out a couple of weeks. He didn't have the baby, but he'll be out a couple of weeks.
Sympathy pain.
Yeah. But and then he'll be coming back. But just wanted to share that with you, and we're all very happy for him and support him spending time with his his new family growing. So with that, we'll start with Parks and Rec. Angelica.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to our Parks and Recreation staff and all departments involved in making the Somerton Art Festival and the UTV both a successful event. It makes me happy to see our community enjoying carving pumpkins, appreciating the art and performances. It's the small things that makes this rewarding and better the quality of life of our community. And we will have a debrief meeting next week, and we're gonna go over whatever went wrong, or how can we improve our events. We're working on options to make improvements for our Young Munoz Park. November 4, staff will be attending to a transportation training with YMPO, and this is part of the shuttle, the grant that we're applying with YMPO and ADOT. This Saturday is the 7th Mayor's Bike event. We would like to invite you to be part of this great event and take a picture with Lucho El Aguilucho. He's gonna be here from Los Águilas de Mexicali from the baseball team. So he's gonna start at the Civic Center at 7 in the morning, and then he's gonna continue. He's gonna stop at every station. So I know some of you is gonna be part of the ride. If you're gonna be here, you can be here from 9 to 10. October 25th, we have the All Stars Got Talent from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the community center. And tomorrow is the senior center October birthday celebrations from 10 in the morning to 12 p.m. Thank you.
Chief Juarez, Police.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Araceli Juarez, Chief of Police. Two small things to report to you. October 28th, we'll have two things going on at the station. First and most important is that we're going to be having testing for officers beginning at 8 a.m. So I know I announced it the last time. I wanted to make another announcement for the public's sake. And then it will be International First Day for first responders as well. And we're recruiting very aggressively throughout our social media platforms, through friends and an officer. So if you'd like to be a recruiter, we'll invite you. We'll give you some flyers and help us recruit. We still need to fill a lot of positions in, so we're hoping we can get everybody's help. If you need any more information, I'll send it over to the city manager so he can share that with you as well. Thank you.
Then our Finance Director, Shona Medell. I think this is the first time. No, you've been up here.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Shona Medell, Finance Director. I have one item this week. Last week I attended, along with two others of my team members, the CASEL conference. And the CASEL conference is basically an overview of what our accounting software is. I really picked up some items that can help us efficiently provide help with our directors and submitting requisitions and approving requisitions. So I'm trying to implement that. As soon as I got back on Monday, I called CASEL. I already had both conversations with a couple of the setups. So hopefully we can get that in effect by the beginning of the month. That's all I have. Thank you.
Next is Jasmine Zamudio, Economic Development.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Just to touch base with what Angelica mentioned, the UTV event, we had Presidente Gerardo Mendive Valenzuela and his family. Again, I would like to thank you. It went well. They really appreciate the spot we sectioned out for them. I want to thank our furniture sponsor, Jasmine Furniture from Somerton, and A5350 for hosting her for breakfast, hosting them for breakfast the next day. The bike ride is also going to be this Saturday. We hope to see you guys there. If not, bring your families. We will have, like Angelica mentioned, Lucho from the Lucho mascot from the Águilas baseball team. Lastly, next week is our ICSC event. That's where our conference where we headhunt businesses to come to Somerton. I have my eye on some grocery stores and wish me luck. And that is it for me. Thank you.
And then Charles Gutierrez, Public Works.
Good evening again, Mayor, Council. Charles Gutierrez, Public Works. Today, annual cleanup. Just finished the 4th area. They're getting ready to move into the 5th area now. Parkview and Main Street improvements. The contractor is currently on the curb and gutters, getting with the ABC compaction and the load testing. Should be ready to pave here within the next 30 days. Pavement on Main Street in Parkview at the traffic signal. The pavement has been installed. We're waiting on the half-inch ADOT requirement for the coating. On the water tank, Yuma Valley Contractors is excavating currently as we speak. Next week, on Monday, we will be having a groundbreaking ceremony. The Somerton 1898, the contractor is just finishing up the 10-inch gravity sewer line. And starting tomorrow, some of the council members and the mayor will be participating in the 24th annual Rural Transportation Summit put on by the Rural Transportation Advocate Council at the Hilton Garden Pivot Point. This is where we basically will be receiving our $1.3 million for the Main Street and Somerton Avenue. And just a quick one, I'm going for another $20 million for Main Street. I'm going to be hitting them up hard, so I'm looking to improve Somerton. Hoorah. Thank you.
With that, Mayor, we'll end.
Gutierrez Highway. Mr. G's.
Yeah, Mr.
Councilman Villalpando.
I don't have anything, Mayor. Thank you.
Councilwoman Gonzalez.
I just want to thank staff for their hard work during the events, the art festival and the UTV. Brisa and all park staff, great job. It was a really good turnout. Thank you.
Councilman Castillo. Councilwoman Delgadillo.
I too want to thank Brisa and Parks and Rec and staff, PD, Fire for this great event. It was an honor to have met the president or the mayor from Rosario as well. Very, very polite person. And also we also had the Mayor Nichols here and the deputy council, the Mexico at 3 o'clock here. So they accompanied us to say hello and welcome for the opening of the UTV event. So I want to thank them as well for taking the time to be here. So thank you very much, everybody.
Councilman Galindo.
No, I wasn't, yes, I wasn't able to attend this weekend's event, but I heard really good comments about it. And I just want to thank the whole city staff, especially Parks and Recs, Angelica and all your staff. I guess people are looking forward for, they were asking me when is Corn Fest, Tamale Fest. So I think they're waiting for those. So thank you, everybody, for the great job. Thank you, Angelica.
Vice Mayor Roland.
I had a meeting on Monday in San Luis, Arizona, and some of the people that were mad, they said they're getting all the good events to Somerton, or the good groups, or the good, and so it felt good. So thank you, Angelica, and you know, all the staff, you know, from maintenance all the way to recreation for all the stuff they do. You know, thank you for the police, whoever was involved in this event. I heard a lot of great things, and I was actually, you know, I know Councilman Delgadillo was live, so I was following what she was, you know, events and so forth. She seemed very happy. FYI. But I mean, please let him know that, you know, thank you for this. So thank you. That's all, Mayor.
Yeah, and I also want to echo the UTV block party. It was a great event. All the you know, city staff, like the vice mayor said, all the departments were involved. The mayor of Tesopaco was impressed with all the staff and met a lot of the staff, police chief and fire chief, and also had great things to say about the economic development staff too, that they were hosting and taking pictures, and of course the Parks and Rec and everybody that's involved. I know all the departments are involved, so no, thank you. And like Vice Mayor said, we're recognized for our special events, and people are looking forward. We always a good time, and it's always a safe environment. So, you know, so it's that. Thank you very much. And I was able to give a tour of to the mayor of Tesopaco around on Sunday. Took him around on a tour of Somerton, and they were impressed with our facilities. from everything all the Centennial Park, our parks, the new high school, the new development in Parkview. I wasn't able to take him down to our recycling plant. There's construction there, but it's also an impressive, seeing all the recycling and all the art trash that's there, and the doggos, the humane, or no, what do you call it? Dog shelter, and yeah, he couldn't see it, but I'm proud to show the services that we provide our citizens, and we just give him a quick tour. He had 11 hours to drive, but I told him next time he comes, we're gonna show him the facilities inside. I was able to give him a tour of City Hall when the event was happening, and of course, we have a beautiful building, and they were impressed, his family and him. So I want to thank staff too for being so welcoming, and of course, everybody here. So thank you. There's on Forefronted, just got an email that the executive director position is open. So if you know anybody that's interested in that position, it's working with all the communities and representing in different events and different tourism and internationally. And on Tuesday, I was invited there. They're going to sign an agreement between the universities in Mexico and here, and there's going to be a special ceremony at the Yuma City Hall. So I'll be there at 11:30. And that's all I have. It's 7:47. Meeting's adjourned.